Now, when it comes to being locked up, one thing that you will find yourself in is problems if you are a nosy inmate. For this video here, I'm going to be talking about things that happen to individuals when you find yourself putting your nose in other people's business. I'm going to be letting y'all know about a story, something that took place while I was locked up, where one inmate could not keep his nose out of another inmate's business, all because that other inmate was inside of his cell sharpening a knife. Same time of the week, better be there. Have my people send a message, make sure that it's there. Time for me to collect, bring the shit over here, cause you can tell them my face, don't make me come over there. I'll run up in your room, put my shank in your neck, swear to God I'll wet you up, better show me respect. I'm hitting licks like nut, break bread with dogs. Putting on for Eastside, Davey, this Kfrog, this a robbery. Heard what I said, I got some names I won't say. Most of them dead, for that tune you get as a price on your head. Take the shit out your locker, throw it all on my bed. You got a daughter back you up, on care what you click. 2 lockers to fit both y'all shit. See me in the cut jamming, smoking the rip, getting tatted with the money that your people are sent. See on the streets I would've bust you, but in prison I come cut you. What's up, y'all? You already know, man. Kfrog TV back in the building. Y'all go ahead and do me that solid favor, man. Make sure you hit that like, subscribe button, and also make sure you hit the notification bell so you can see it first. Welcome back, y'all. Today I'm going to be talking about one of the main things you want to do when you are inside a prison, and that is not be nosy. Mind your business. Don't worry about what other people got going on, but also make sure you are aware of your surroundings, okay? Now, I've seen too many people get themselves in situations, man, where they not only get beat up, but they get poked up too. Stabbed and everything, all because they put their nose in other people's businesses, all right? And I felt like telling y'all a story about, I seen a dude put himself in harm's way and actually intercept a situation that was about to go down and end up turning it into his own problem, his own situation, all because he could not be not nosy. You understand? Now, y'all already know, man, when it comes to being incarcerated, you know, everybody takes every little situation as disrespect. You understand? If you're looking at someone when you shouldn't be, or looking at them for too long, or looking in their eyes for, you know, longer than expected, they're going to feel like they're being disrespected. Well, anytime you put yourself in a situation where you find you being nosy and you are trying to see, listen, hear, or observe somebody else's problem, you, my friend, are being nosy. And that right there can lead to you getting hurt, all right? Now, on this particular day, everybody was in the dorm just vibing, hanging out, and I already knew something was going to go on, because one thing about prison is word travels, okay? So I had heard, my bunkie had heard, a couple other people had heard that this one inmate in our dorm was due to stab another dude that lived in a different dorm, okay? And then, you know, of course, when you hear about it, you know to just keep your eye on that individual who's about to stab someone, because they could just be, you know, stirring up the pot and making rumors just so that way you think it's someone else. In all reality, it could be you that he's actually stabbing. So late night, you know, for the next, like, last, I'd say 2-3 nights, you hear him in there, you know, and you hear the scraping. So you know somebody's in there sharpening a knife. This is prison. You hear people sharpening knives all the time. It's not that big of a, you know, thing, you know, especially when you know what's going on. Now, if you're not in the loop and you don't know what's going on, then laying in your cell at nighttime and hearing someone sharpen a knife, you know, hearing it echo through the walls and shit, whether they're upstairs or downstairs, you know, it does kind of like get your antennas up and make you kind of worried, because you're like, damn, bro, there's people in here with knives. What's he going to do with it? That's why you're supposed to be in tune and know what's going on. You understand? Because it can be, you know, kind of spooky to know someone's in there sharpening a knife, that somebody's about to get stabbed, and it could be you. But one thing that you never want to do when somebody is sharpening a knife is make, you know, an entry into that person's situation, all because you heard them sharpening a knife. All right? So this one dude that was in my dorm, he was actually from down here too, you know, and he brought it amongst himself, you know, to address the individual that he heard sharpening the knife. And I knew what he was talking about, because we all were on this side of the dorm, you know, where our cells were, so I heard him sharpening it too. But it ain't none of my business who he's gonna stab. If he comes at me trying to stab me, then, you know, that's when I gotta up my banger and we gotta do what we gotta do, you know, or, you know, regardless, I ain't worried about it, because I don't want to make whatever his problem is my problem, all right? But this one individual decided to go up to him and address him and be like, oh man, what you got going on, bro? And they're sharpening your knife late night. You think everybody can't hear what you got going on in there?
And the dude who was sharpening the knife was actually on the phone with his family, like standing in line talking on the phone. So right then and there, the dude already made a wrong decision because you interrupted that man's phone call to like say that. Now, anybody in their right frame of mind would feel like they're being checked. You know, I would have felt like I was being checked. If I'm on the phone with my peoples and you come at me, start questioning me about some shit, I'm gonna be like, bruh, not only are you disrespecting me because I'm on the phone right now, you're trying to check me, and I'm gonna feel like you're trying to check me in front of my peoples. You want my peoples to hear how you're coming at me, you know? So the dude who was sharpening the knife, cool, calm, and collective, literally just told him, yeah, I love you, mom, da-da-da, I'll call you here in a couple days, da-da-da, hung up. And he said, so what you got going on? And they started arguing right there in the day room. Now, one dude's like, oh, I'm just saying I live in here too. You know, I deserve to know what you finna do with that knife. I'm just letting you know you ain't the only one with a knife, yada, yada, yada. So now you're threatening the individual. The same dude that you heard sharpening a knife. You see what I'm saying? And that's what he was doing. He was basically checking this dude, drilling him by saying stuff, you know, attacking him with words. And then he threw a threat out there. Yo, you ain't the only one with knives. Right there, that was a red flag out the gate. You know what I'm saying? And this was all because he could not be, you know, not nosy. And me and a couple other dudes even told him, like, man, mind your business, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, what bro got going on ain't got shit to do with you. And all reality, you know, that's us not being, you know, sticking to ourselves. That's us being nosy, also getting involved, saying stuff. But he made it so loud, the whole damn dorm's damn near involved now. Like, the whole dorm doesn't need to know this man sharpening a knife, you understand? The few people who can hear it through the walls on this side of the dorm is one thing, you know, but you ain't gotta blur it out to everybody and let everybody know, yeah, he's sharpening a knife, so we all deserve to know what he's sharpening a knife for. Who'd he need the knife for? Like, think about it, bro. That is none of your damn business who's gonna get stabbed. And even if he wasn't gonna stab nobody, how you know someone wasn't supposed to stab him? Or he heard he was being a plate and someone was gonna come at him. So he wanted to make sure his knife was sharp. You know, at the end of the day, it wasn't the dude's business who decided to say something to that individual. You see what I'm saying? And that was where he first stepped, you know, fucked up by stepping on that dude's toes by even saying anything. Okay, so as they're arguing, me and a couple other people, of course, we say, man, mind your business, it ain't got nothing to do with you. You know, he's getting louder and louder about it. Oh, I'm just saying, though, because how you know it ain't one of your homeboys in a different dorm he's going to stab? Wouldn't you want your homeboy in a different dorm to know? So I'm like, bro, this dude's really pushing this issue, bro, about this guy sharpening a knife. Now, don't get me wrong. I've been in institutions to where if you have a knife or you're seen with a knife, or if you get caught sharpening it, like in the open bay bathroom, the back stall, or wherever you find a good ridge that can sharpen it, if you get caught doing that, the whole dorm will come together and rise up against that individual and bring it to the attention and address them. Like, oh, bro, what you got a banger, man? What you got going on, boy? Who finna get stabbed? Yada, yada. Some gang members might see it and think that, oh, you might stab one of their brothers. So some gang members might approach you and different stuff like that. But this was different. This dude here didn't even get confirmation from the damn dorm to go at this guy about this, you understand? So he didn't have nobody really backing him. Everybody that was in the dorm was like on the guy with the sharpening knife side. Like, he had more people in the dorm than this other inmate did, you feel me? So by him addressing the shit was like a suicide. Like, you're dead ass like putting yourself in harm's way over this. So as they're arguing, going back and forth, next thing you know, everybody's on beat now because whoever he may be getting ready to stab, you know, nobody knows who it really was. So everybody's like, it could be me. Now we know he's going to stab someone. So now everybody's on beat about what's going to go on. And then guess what happens? The dude's like, oh, since you want to tell everybody I got a knife, yada, 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 this and that, I'm going to turn that knife on you. And you claim that I ain't the only one with a banger, so go grab yours. And he runs upstairs. The dude who was sharpening his knife runs upstairs to grab his knife. The one dude, what does he do? Now he's lost. Now where's all that gangster shit? Go grab that knife you said you had. You feel me? What's he do? He runs up the stairs acting like he's running in his cell to grab a knife. He ain't got no knife. He goes and grabs a lock. You feel me? That dude who was sharpening that knife came out of his cell, seen that he wasn't in there, like down in the open, you know, like in the dorm looking for him. So he ran up towards the dude's cell. And when the dude came out of his cell, he ran up to the dude with his knife and started stabbing him right on camera in front of all of us. You see what I'm saying? And we got locked down because of this shit. And I still remember it. I was so pissed because a bunch of new items came out that week on Canteen, and our dorm was finally gonna hit the Canteen window. Every time I hit the Canteen window, you know, since these new items came out, they've been sold out, you know, because the other dorms bought it all. Like the red velvet cake cupcakes, the Mrs. Freshly ones. Then they finally added orange Powerades to the Canteen, and then the watermelon chewy candies, like a bunch of different things they added. And I knew we were supposed to go to Canteen, and we got put on lockdown because this inmate got stabbed. All because he was nosy, though. You see, that's where it all started at. What he said and everything led to how it occurred, but none of that would have been able to be possible if he didn't just mind his own business. Instead, he wanted to put his nose out there and say something. He got his ass stabbed on this top tier in front of everybody. All because he couldn't mind his business. He wanted to be nosy. Okay, now that y'all know what happened, I'm gonna tell you how I would have went about the situation if I was the person who felt some type of way about me hearing this dude sharpen a knife. One, I definitely wanted to confront him when he was on the phone with his peoples, because that right there is disrespectful. Even if it's a homeboy of yours, you're not really supposed to intervene with them when they're on the phone. You know, people got things going on. It's a respect thing, you understand? Your homeboys might not look at it as disrespectful because they're your dogs, but you really are disrespecting them by trying to, you know, conversate with them or say something to them about something while they're on the phone for the little bit of time they have with their family. You feel me? So I wanted to check them. I wouldn't have went up to him and said nothing like that. I would have, like, friendly wise, I would have waited till he got off the phone, and I would have been like, you know, I would have approached that boy and be like, hey bro, check me out. And he would have came up, yeah, I'm like, bro, I hear you in there, boy, you know what I'm saying? Skr, every night, you feel me? I need to buy me one, boy, you know what I'm saying? You ain't got one for sale or something? I would have tried to open that door to let him know, like, I'm not really pushing the issue of him having a knife. I want one. You see? And that right there, even if I really didn't need one, you know, we could have just talked about it with the, you know, just to, it's like you're just throwing it out there just to see where their mind is. You know, you'll be able to tell by the way he's acting when you're talking to him if you're the dude he's gonna stab. So by me saying that to him and everything, you know, if he would have been like, oh bro, it's the only one I got, or bro, come check this one out, or anything like that, or yeah bro, I can get you one, or yeah, then you know for a fact he ain't trying to stab you and you ain't his target, because he ain't gonna get a knife for someone that he's about to go stab. Think about it. Why would he arm you? Why would he give you something to arm yourself with if he's gonna eventually come stab you? You see? That's how it is, you feel me? You gotta like plant your little seeds and know how to talk to these people, and you know, that's the easiest way to do it, you know? That's how I would have did it. That's how I would have went about the situation, if I would have even said anything. But like I said, it's so common to hear people sharpening knives, see people sharpening knives, that it's not that big of a thing to everybody, you understand? But this dude, to push that situation, I feel like he literally made the problem his. Like he must have low-key felt like he was the person that was gonna get stabbed, you know, or else he wanted to push that issue. And the same knife that was being sharpened to be used on someone else, or just sharpened to have his protection, ended up being used on the same guy that was being nosy. See, this is the thing. When you hear somebody sharpening a knife, and you hear it going, you know, that doesn't mean that they're gonna stab somebody, you understand? That's why you gotta be careful when you address people, you feel me? Because they could be sharpening a knife just due to the simple fact that they want to protect themselves, or they're gonna sell the knife. You know, a lot of people don't want to buy unsharpened metal, you know? I'm one of them people. I've had people come in my dorm multiple times trying to sell me pieces of metal, sell me weapons. I don't want it unless it's already ready to go. You feel me? I ain't trying to take the time and three hours a day, late night over here grinding that bitch for the next 10 days just to make the knife I want. No, hell no. You know, people have metal that isn't sharpened. So they could have been sharpening that metal to sell it. Somebody could have been wanting to buy it and said they don't want it unless it's sharpened. And another reason that I never would want to buy metal unsharpened isn't just because it isn't ready to go, but it's the simple fact that why would I want contraband on me? I'm not going to get caught with a piece of metal that I can't use. That's like me walking around and taking the risk of having a broken cell phone. Who would do that? It's common sense, you know? So I ain't going to try to get caught up and go to confinement for a damn knife that isn't sharpened. That's just like this, bro. I'm not on that, you see? So you don't really know why that man was sharpening that knife. That's why it's so common to see and hear people sharpen knives. You feel me? But for him to be, you know, addressing the dude, that was his flaw and his wrong being, and he got what he deserved because you don't want to be nosy. Being nosy is a big no-no inside of prison. You see what I'm saying? People find themselves being nosy all the time. You know, somebody might be over there cooking something and you like the way they whipping that shit. You like the way they throw that hot water on that ramen and how they throw the pork skins in the top of it and put the lid on the bowl so that way the pork skins absorb all the liquid of the juice when the noodle blows up. So do the pork skins. You know, and they look like pieces of pork meat now. You know, you might like the way dude whipping that shit and you're over there, you're eyeballing his food. He ain't looking at it like, oh, bro's liking my recipe or the way I'm over here whipping. No, he's looking at it like, bro, trying me, bro. What are you over here staring at my food for? You feel me? He's being nosy. You know, that's how it is. And being nosy, you could get stabbed up like this dude did. You know, I know at the end of the day, when you're in prison, you know, a lot of things seem to be what they ain't. A lot of things that aren't what they are, and you know, vice versa. That's what it is. You might think something's gonna happen and it don't happen. And then you might think nothing's gonna happen and then it happens. But it's one of them situations where you gotta hope for the best, prepare for the worst, because you never know what you're gonna get out of it. You see what I'm saying? But being nosy is a big no-no. Mind your business. Me, I don't give a damn if I see you sharpening a knife. I don't give a damn if I see you wrapping the handle around the knife. I don't give a damn if I see you arming yourself with the knife. I don't give a damn if I see you walking into a different dorm now with that knife. And I don't give a damn if I see you go in a room with that knife. And I don't give a damn if I see you jump on and attack someone with that knife. That is none of my business. Has nothing to do with me and the people that I'm with. You know what I'm saying? The people that I vibe with, my homeboys, people in my circle, has nothing to do with me. So it's nothing for me to even care about, you know? And you'll find yourself making it through prison a whole lot easier if you just mind your business. Being nosy, all because that dude was sharpening a knife, left that dude getting stabbed up. And left all of us pissed too. If he wanted to got airlifted, if the helicopter wanted to came and got that boy and he didn't get off that compound, the whole dorm would have wanted his head, including me. Because we got put on lockdown and wasn't able to go to the canteen to get any of them new canteen items. All because of this shit. You see? And dude shouldn't have been pump faking anyways. Talking about, oh, you ain't the only one with knives, yada, yada, yada. Like you literally just took someone else's situation, if there was a situation, that's why he could have been sharpening the knife, and you just straight like intervened in it and made it to where like, oh, you're sharpening that knife to go stab someone? All right, well, skirt, I'm gonna try you along the way and get hit with the knife first. That was the dumbest shit ever. You see what I'm saying? If you hear people sharpening their knives, mind your business. That's it. Don't be nosy. Once you're considered nosy, your ass becomes a target. Once you become a target, you become a plate. Once you become a plate, your ass is deer meat. When you're deer meat, and that's how it goes. You know what I'm saying? You wouldn't believe how many people are nosy inside a prison and how many people mind their business. It's always the ones that you think are going to be nosy that mind their business. And the ones that you think are going to mind their business are the nosy ones. That's how it goes. You know what I'm saying? You see people over there doing sign language and shit, talking about Kfrog TV, you know, yada, yada, yada. Then you just, you know, you mind your business. Don't be over there, you know, moving your mouth to the letters they're saying, Kfrog TV. You know, don't be reading their shit. People are going to look and be like, bro, dude's nosy. You don't know if he's signing him to put a hit on somebody. He's signing him to telling him where the drop's going to be at for the dope. You don't know what it is. And you putting your nose into that shit is going to only do one thing and make them people be after you. That's the stupidest shit possible. Literally. I look at it like, if I'm going to get myself in a situation in prison and I'm going to have ops and people come at me and try to stab and harm me, it's going to be for something that I did to them or something they did to me and I manned up and went against them for it. It ain't going to be over no nosy shit. You understand? I'm going to mind my business. There's too many people getting flipped and stabbed over such little shit that why would I want me to be a target all because I cannot be nosy? You see what I'm saying? That's why I want to come on here and share this with y'all and let y'all know how that dude got stabbed. All over that. You see, that shit probably wasn't even meant for him. I guarantee you, 10 out of 10, that knife wasn't meant for that same individual that ended up getting stabbed. But look at it. Look at the experience he had to go through now. You see, now anytime he hears anytime he hears that now, ever, he's going to think of, damn, well, I said something to this guy one time and he stabbed me. You see? all because he couldn't not be nosy. So I want to come on here and share that with y'all. When people sharpen knives, when people do anything that has nothing to do with you, eyes forward, mind your business. Act like you don't even know. Because people can do something and get away with it, and then they could go after the people who know they did it. You see? So you could be someone that's seen him sharpen his knife, and he looks at you as he's sharpening the knife. He looks over and sees you looking at him. And then he goes back to sharpening. And then he goes and stabs someone. And then next thing you know, the person he stabs dies. So they start grabbing inmates to question them. You know, asking them if they seen anything funny in the dorm recently. Is there anybody they know that could have did anything like that? And before you know it, that same dude that was sharpening that knife is going to go after that individual that's seen him sharpening that knife and try to get him out the way also. So that way he can't tell. You see, that's how it goes, man. So, minding your business, not being nosy, you can go a whole lot longer. And I wanted to share this video with y'all, you feel me? And let y'all know how it goes. Feel me? But that's all I got for y'all, man. I appreciate y'all tuning in. Y'all make sure y'all drop in the comment section, man. Let me know if y'all ever seen anything like this go down. Have y'all ever seen somebody get themselves in a situation because they were too nosy? Have you ever seen somebody turn their head when something went down like they're supposed to? Have you found yourself in a situation like this? If so, drop it in the comments. It's what the comment section's for, man. Anyways, man, y'all already know, like I always say, make sure you keep them rats, squares, clowns, chomos, pedos, gunners, wannabe island boys, clout chasers, nosy motherfuckers who can't keep themselves out of people's business. Keep them out your circle. Until next time, this the one and only. I am my team, Frog.
I'm a criminal, I'm a cool nigga, but I got a limit though.
I'm a cool nigga, but I got a limit though. Cause I'm a criminal, yeah, I'm a criminal.